If you know me, you know I'm all about cars. Today we have a full-size Range Rover Supercharged. This is the 4th generation, codename L405. This particular car that I'm in is the 2019 5-liter V8 Supercharged with 518 horsepower. This thing has more options than you ever need in a car, but then again it costs over $100,000, so it should come with everything that you can imagine. However, there's still plenty more of options that you can still add on. What's kind of funny is no one can really tell whether you have a base Range Rover that's starting at $93,000 or a $200,000 Range Rover, which is the SV Autobiography version, because they all look the same, minus a few trim pieces and batches here and there. The exterior pretty much looks the same. The starting price gets more expensive each time a new version comes out, which I get it. New technology are coming out each day, so they put them in these cars, or at least try to. We'll come back and talk about technology in this particular car in a moment. But let's go back to why these cars are so expensive. In the Range Rover brochure, there are 3 royal marks that are royal warrant of appointment that is granted as marks of recognition to people or companies who have regularly supplied goods or services to Her Majesty the Queen of UK and her family. So maybe because it's the official car of the Queen that it costs so much, maybe because it's mentioned in all the rap songs, maybe it's Maybelline. For me, it's the slick big body shape of the car, and it fits in my standard size garage, and I'm actually very happy about that. It's the ability to fit 24-inch wheels and still look proportionate. This particular car comes with 22-inch wheels. It's the high seating position for me. It's the clear driving view. It's the ride quality because it's on air suspension. It's like you're sitting on clouds. It's the ease of driving. Even though it's a big car, the steering is very light. It's the spacious, luxurious, roomy interior. It's the off-road capability, but in all honesty, people who drive these cars have no idea how to operate the off-road features. A few years back, I actually got a chance to attend a Land Rover off-roading event, and I was so amazed by what this car can do off-road. So they set up this insane mountain obstacle driving course in Malibu that includes hill climbing, going through ponds and shit, you name it, this SUV can go through it all. Here in the States, no one will ever touch these fucking buttons because this car is mainly used as the road car. But I get it, a Range Rover is a status symbol. As stupid as that sounds, believe it or not, it just is. But as a status symbol, you think that there will be ahead of everyone. They're not. As far as in-car technology, they're way behind. Even though there's 3 control screens in this car that makes it look so cool, the Land Rover brand is just not known for technology or reliability. For instance, during the time that I had this car, the screen went blank and started blinking. Maybe I was operating it too fast for the processor, but it was expected, and after shutting the car off and starting it back up, it was back to normal. But like I said, a lot of people who drive these cars, they can care less. They drive it for the Range Rover name. But let's get back to this particular car. This car comes with all the features that you would want in a Range Rover. Starting on the exterior, it has a 22-inch gloss black 9-split spoke wheels. It has the black pack, which blacks out all the lettering in the front grille. It also comes with LED headlights. As a matter of fact, all versions of the full-size Range Rover comes with the same LED headlights and almost the exact same taillights. This car comes with the panoramic roof that you can actually open and not just a glass roof. It also comes with self-closing doors. I forgot to mention, the silver accent on the side is called the Atlas, A-T-L-A-S. And on this particular car, which I don't see this combination often, black with the silver accent, I'm actually really digging it. In the interior, of course, everything comes wrapped in leather, but it has the optional 19-speaker Meridian sound system. It sounds really good in this Range Rover, I have to admit. After complaining about how Meridian system sounds in my F-Type, it sounds really good in this car. However, I can't believe this is even a fucking option for a car at this price range. This shit should come as standard. But yet, this is not even the best system that you can option for. In the autobiography Range Rover, there's even a better option for a 29-speaker Meridian signature sound system that you can get that is supposed to be world's first tri-view 3D technology. So this car comes with all the safety features that you can get. It has the heads-up display, which is very nice. Adaptive cruise control. Heated steering wheel, 360 cameras, which is really nice when you park in a tight spot. It has a 3-zone climate control, driver, passenger, and rear passenger zone. It comes with a drive package, which included blind spot monitor, traffic sign recognition, an adaptive speed limiter, driver condition monitor. It also has the park pack, which includes clear exit monitor, 360 parking aid, and rear traffic monitor. Again, kind of ridiculous at this price range, which should be included as standard features. So this car comes with configurable ambient lighting, which is part of an optional package. There are several colors to choose from, and you can get different zones to be in different color, which is again so ridiculous at this price range. Should have come as standard. If you don't have this option, you only get the standard white interior lights. This car also comes with massaging seats, and how I found out was when I first got into the car. I was adjusting my seats. Somehow it senses that I was stressed, so it turned on the massage function, which I was like, what the fuck, please turn off, I didn't even ask for this. Even though there's seat controls on the doors, there's even more controls within this lower third screen. This car only comes in a 5-seat configuration. Although it's big as hell, there's no option for a third row seating. In the trunk, there are these buttons to fold the rear seats back, but it takes a while to fold. There's also buttons to lower and raise the car height to help you load heavy items, which is nice. Talking about quality, I do want to point this out. Check out this rear spoiler. This car comes with the auto lift gate, so when the car closes the hatch, this part of the spoiler scratches the body of the car. Yeah, do I need to say anything else? Driving this car for several days, I fell in love. I think because I'm always sitting so low in the F-Type that it's nice to see what's ahead of me. Like I said before, this is a big car, but the steering is very light. It drives like a boat, no joke. Like coming from a sports car, it's a big difference. It takes longer to turn, it takes longer to accelerate, and of course it's not as fast as the F-Type, but it's nice to just cruise along rather than pedal to metal all the time in the F-Type. Like I mentioned before, this S-Series sits on air suspension, so it's very smooth. The MPG in my F-Type R is 16 city, 24 highway. The Range Rover weighs almost twice as much, but the MPG is 16 city, 21 highway, which is fairly similar to my small car, and if you think about it, it is actually not bad for a heavy SUV with a V8 supercharged. Even though Jaguar Land Rover cars are under the same parent company, they share a lot of the same parts, and a lot of the dealers have actually combined the dealership into one. Jaguar cars come with included maintenance, meaning your maintenance are covered, whereas Land Rovers, however, don't. So it makes me nervous how much each maintenance costs for these Range Rovers. This is probably one of the tallest SUV on the road, and it's really nice sitting up high and you can see everything, especially nowadays everyone has SUV. After driving it for a while, you get used to the size. You think this SUV is huge, but it's actually not. The only complaint I have is that the windshield defroster, there's these little wiggly lines that sits right in between the windshield, and you see that when you're driving, and I don't know, it's actually it bothers me. I was also looking at the current Range Rover Sport, which is almost identical inside. The exterior is definitely different. The front is somewhat similar, although the average consumer can't really tell both versions apart. The back is definitely a different design. However, the dimensions are a little different. The width is almost identical. The Sport is about 5 inches shorter in length than the full size. It's about 3 inches shorter in height than the full size. Overall, what I can say is that a Range Rover is a great car when everything works smoothly. It is a big, badass, uber luxurious SUV, even when it's just the base model. There are tons of options that you can spec out this car with. It is one hell of an off-roader, but the majority will never see dirt. You're doing alright for yourself if you're driving one. This is definitely a cruising car, great to travel with. Even though it has 518 horsepower, you never really need to gun it. Sit back and relax. The transmission is smooth, you don't feel the gear shift, the engine is quiet. Alright guys, that was my 2 cents. This was my honest opinion about a Range Rover. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And until the next video.